How's it going, strummers? In this lecture, we're talking about the easy listening groove. This is basically a just an easy alternation down up down up down up down up, where you have to accent beats 2 and beats 4, or the second and the fourth downstroke. The easy listening strum pattern is the guitar version of a common drum beat that sounds like this. So I'm going to be accenting or bringing out or hitting a little harder on beats 2 and 4, just like the drums are. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So there's that snare shot on beat 2 and 4. And what you'll find is that a lot of the songs that this strum pattern shows up in have a drum beat a lot like this. In fact, almost all of the eighth note songs have a drum beat that sounds like this. If you're following along with the songs that I got this from in the Spotify playlist, this groove shows up exactly like that in songs 1 through 7. And I did kind of figure out that the slowest tempo was I Have a Dream at 105 beats a minute. And then some of the songs in the middle, they range kind of like around 117 and 120 area. And then American Pie was like really fast at 140 beats a minute. So basically, a way that you could work up to this rhythm is to first first maybe just take out the upstrokes and just strum like 1 2 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then you would just start to accent the second and the fourth one. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and remember, what creates an accent is pushing into the strings to get a louder sound. But we can also use string sets to get an accent, which is what I do a lot as well. So what you can do is strum just in the middle of the guitar, kind of like the A to the B string, and still kind of light. Then and do that for beat 1 and beat 3, the down on beat 1 and beat 3, and then for beats 2 and 4, get the E string, the high E string, and push in so that the sound is louder and brighter slightly. So and that'll create that sound of like a soft one and then jumping up to a louder one. And I'm grabbing a C major chord. A C major chord does not use the low E string, so that's kind of why I'm kind of focusing my strum from the A string to the around the B string. So my low E sounds like this right now. I'm muting it. Okay. So, after you've kind of mastered having your two of your downstrokes in the measure kind of medium and then 2 accented, it's time to just add in ups. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So there you discover that the upstroke right after the accented downstroke kind of requires attention. It's just to make sure that after that big down, you don't, in this style that I'm kind of going with here, you don't come up on those high E, B, and G strings. You get right back immediately to the kind of lower strings. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So that's just one way to do it. You could ignore thinking about string sets, and you should actually, and just spend time trying this rhythm where maybe you strum more of the strings. Kind of the most basic way to strum is to, for downs, strum almost everything, and for ups, hit the high E, B, and G strings. So let's see what that would sound like with this rhythm. So you're really relying on volume to get your accent, though. Um, so that's definitely an option, though. It's also an option to just stay on the middle strings. So I think that will do it for the easy listening groove. In the next lecture, we'll look at some of the really fun variations that you can get by playing around with this rule that you have to accent on 2 and 4. So it'll be a lot of fun. That's all for now. Thank you. How's it going, y'all? Thank you for clicking on this video about strumming. I hope that it was helpful. Just wanted to let you know that I do have a new online course on this topic called Strumming is Drumming. Learn 51 easy guitar strum patterns. It's a technique course. It's got a lot about strumming technique, like getting a really relaxed form and kind of building speed and stuff like that. Um, oh, and also building, not just that, but like the finesse section gets you kind of more musical, like adding a kind of color to your strumming, like some strums louder and softer than others, or with different tones, like when you strum on lower strings or high strings. It's a technique course, but it's also just a strum pattern encyclopedia course. Basically, I listen to 500 songs and put them into rhythm categories. So if online courses is your thing, here's a good one on strumming. You'll learn more than you ever thought you could, probably.